After days of warnings from meteorological authorities, the Marmara region braced for impact, and on that day the forecast became reality. Turkey's largest city, Istanbul, was struck by a powerful storm that brought violent winds, heavy rain, and dangerous sea conditions, turning ordinary neighborhoods, ports, and coastlines into scenes of chaos. The storm began in the early morning hours, but as the day went on, it intensified rapidly. Strong southwesterly winds swept through the city, gaining force with every passing hour. By afternoon, rain joined the storm, further worsening conditions and disrupting daily life across multiple districts. From rooftops to shorelines, from markets to ports, the impact was widespread. One of the most dramatic scenes unfolded along the coast of Tuzla. As massive waves surged toward the shoreline, boats anchored near the coast were no longer able to withstand the force of the sea. Several vessels capsized. Some were smashed against the shore, breaking apart on impact, while others partially or completely sank. Luxury yachts, normally symbols of calm leisure, were tossed around by the waves as if they weighed nothing at all. Witnesses described the scene as surreal, with boats colliding, rolling, and disappearing beneath the water. After the storm's peak, boat owners rushed to the area, attempting to secure what remained of their vessels and prevent further damage. The storm did not spare the city's streets. In Bayrampaşa, powerful winds uprooted a roadside tree. Unable to withstand the force, it collapsed onto the street, creating a dangerous situation for passing vehicles and pedestrians. In another frightening moment, captured on camera in Zeytinburnu, a flower pot was torn from a balcony by the wind. It crashed to the ground just seconds after a passerby had walked beneath it. The individual narrowly escaped what could have been a serious or even fatal accident. These moments served as stark reminders of how quickly everyday objects can become life-threatening during severe weather. Perhaps one of the most alarming incidents occurred in the Boyluk neighborhood of Arnavutköy. There, the roof of a house was violently ripped away by the storm. The structure was dragged approximately 30 meters through the air before crashing onto another home and spilling into the street. For safety reasons, The affected house was immediately evacuated, and the street was closed to traffic. Municipal police, fire brigade teams, and local authorities rushed to the scene. Firefighters secured the area, while municipal crews worked to clear debris and assess the damage. Officials later confirmed that a full structural damage assessment would be conducted, emphasizing that public safety remained the top priority as cleanup operations continued. Along Istanbul's shoreline, the storm created scenes rarely witnessed by residents. In Yenikapı, enormous waves slammed into the coast with relentless force. As the south wind strengthened, waves surged over coastal barriers, flooding walkways and making it appear as though the sea and land had merged into one. Citizens watching from a distance described the sound of crashing waves as thunderous, with spray and foam filling the air. Authorities urged residents to stay away from coastal areas, warning that even experienced swimmers or sailors would be at extreme risk under such conditions. The storm also took a toll on livelihoods. In Satalka, neighborhood market vendors were caught off guard as powerful gusts ripped tarpaulins from their stalls. Plastic covers flew through the air, forcing both vendors and customers to scramble for safety. Cell phone footage showed vendors desperately trying to hold down their tents as the wind fought back with overwhelming strength. A similar scene played out in the Taşoluk Adnan Menderes neighborhood of Arnavutköy, where market vendors struggled from the early morning hours just to set up their stalls. Many were ultimately forced to give up for the day, as the storm made normal commerce impossible.
Of çatıdan.
Evet, şu an İstanbul'da müthiş bir şey uçtu. Arabalar üstüne uçtu.
The storm's reach extended beyond Istanbul itself. In the Altınova shipyard area of Yalova, a crane toppled under the intense wind pressure. Nearby, shipping containers were blown across the yard, described by witnesses as flying like paper. In response to the dangerous conditions, the Yalova governorship announced strict traffic restrictions. Between noon and 10 p.m., motorcycles, electric scooters, and food delivery vehicles were banned from the roads to reduce the risk of serious accidents.
Evleri su bastı.
One of the most serious human impacts occurred at Ambarla port. As the storm battered the port, containers were violently shifted by the wind. In the chaos, a worker was struck by a large panel that had effectively turned into a flying object. The employee was thrown to the ground, suffering injuries as colleagues rushed to assist. Cell phone footage captured the terrifying moments faced by port workers, showing just how dangerous conditions had become in industrial areas exposed to open wind and sea. Throughout the storm, emergency services remained on high alert. Authorities repeatedly warned residents to avoid unnecessary travel, stay indoors whenever possible, and secure loose objects on balconies and rooftops. While no large-scale loss of life was reported, the incidents highlighted how quickly extreme weather can put lives at risk, especially in densely populated urban environments like Istanbul.
Kamyonlar yatmış amına koyayım.
Giremeyiz ki.
Giremiyoruz. Yol kilit.
As cleanup efforts continue and damage assessments are completed, this storm serves as a powerful reminder of nature's force and the importance of preparedness. If you live in a region under severe weather warnings, take them seriously. Secure your surroundings, avoid risky areas, and look out for one another. Stay informed, stay safe, and thank you for watching.